So we're, give or take, about halfway through the season right now, and coming back from Christmas break, it feels like second half of the year, right? So if you were to give this team a grade or kind of a mid-season report, just how would you grade this team so far?
Well, we're 6-6, so probably right in the middle somewhere, C plus. We're not consistent. We're not where we need to be. But I think there's a great deal of intent to get there. And, we're optimistic. We're optimistic we can still be a really good team, and we'll keep clawing to try to get there.
Mm-hmm. Now, this stretch of your schedule, you got all the South teams, and other than Mankato, it's the first time you've seen these teams in 2 years. So how does that change the preparation for these teams that you're maybe not quite as familiar with the personnel they've got?
A little bit. There's so much technology these days that we get a pretty good feel for what these teams are all about. And there hasn't been much coaching turnover, and coaches will adapt and they'll tweak things a little bit, but their philosophies will usually stay somewhat pretty consistent. So we got a good feel for what both Upper Iowa and Illinois State will do.
Yeah, and again, entering into the second half of your season now, at what point do you start to realize how few games are left, and how important each one then becomes?
Well, we had an alumni stop by practice the other day, and he just kind of reminded us of it. How precious these weeks are. And like you said, there's only 7 weeks left maybe, and time flies when you're having fun. It certainly seems like that. So the guys are great. Just watching practice yesterday, a lot of enthusiasm, energy, having a good time, and I think we're all locked into trying to be as good as we can be.
As for today, you guys are kind of give or take maybe about halfway through the season at this point. So if you were to give this team a grade or a report of where you guys are at, just how would you grade how the season's gone so far?
Letter grade?
Yeah, or just what's the feel?
Right now I feel like we're starting to, I'd say we're like a B, because I feel like we're starting to finally figure out what we have to do to be successful as a team, and starting to figure out what we need to do to win games. And I feel like we flipped that corner when we played Minot and Mary. We started to figure out that our identity, and it started to come alive. So now we're just trying to get better, and I can start to see the progress, and it's looking good, and I'm excited for it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you mentioned that flip of you finally figuring things out. So what is it that you have been figuring out, and how does it feel to, like you said, kind of be finding that group now?
Taking care of the ball and also being able to get stops defensively. We're really well on defense, but also finishing plays. We know that every game we have to win the rebounding more, because that's one thing that will help you win a game, the rebounding more. And we've realized that we need to finish plays as well, and also on offense take care of the ball. So once we end up finishing plays, is to be able to at least score and make the right decision too. So I feel like we've done both of those things. That's helped us be successful.
Yeah. Now in the schedule, you've got all the South teams coming up, and you played Mankato last year. But other than that, these are all new teams that you've never played before. So how does that change the preparation of this not a familiar team necessarily, but just going out and finding ways to win against new teams?
Yeah, I feel like to me it's going to be another game. It's going to be nice to see how the South plays, but I'm just excited just to play another game, and excited to see what we can do versus a whole new different opponent. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And again, second half of the season you're entering into now. At what point do you start to realize, just how few games are left and how important each one becomes?
Each one becomes very important now, because we were just in preseason. I feel like preseason took forever, and preseason hit and went by so fast. So now we're already towards the middle of the season. So now it cracks down now, because every game matters. So we have to start being able to start taking some wins here.